here and you got to fight for your life.
Yeah, we have, of course, 80 players, 20 teams, and one winner in each matchup. The route has come in, the plane path has been seen, and now you get a glimpse of it too. So essentially we know it is going from the west all the way towards the east. Now, if you have watched this before, if you're a fan, if you're part of the community, you keep your eyes on these teams. You know Gankstars, they love a bit of Georgia Pole, and every team knows that. And I know people are gunning for them. I know people want to disrupt them with that crown. A lot of people want to just tipple that off the top of their head.
I mean, when you're number one pretty much in North America, potentially even the world, a few people saying these are a world-class team that pretty much should be guaranteed to making it all the way to Dubai. We have seen throughout the games that this first initial one, especially in the FPP side of it, it can be extremely busy. We see more of a game where it's gentleman's agreement. I loot here, you loot there, we meet up later on in the game.
It's a little different here, isn't it?
It's a hell of a lot different. We are seeing teams smashing and crashing, and unfortunately a few of them burning very early on.
Now, do remember, if you guys are at home, if you're in chat, wherever you are, do use that hashtag and let us know who you think is going to be walking away with the victory here. Who are you keeping your eyes on? Who's the surprise? Which players do you like to watch? Use the hashtag PMSC on Twitter and give us a shout. I want to hear your thoughts as well and keep up to date on what you expect to be seeing. But we did get a little bit of a glimpse. I'm going to give people a little bit of behind-the-scenes action. We had a little bit of a watch of the practice games yesterday, and I've got to say, Gankstars looked good. They came out and they played a darn good game. But hearing the players talk about them, as said, there's a lot of people coming after them.
I mean, when you win 3 games during qualifiers, you're kind of setting a precedence. They have 60 kills.
Absolutely.
Average of 15 kills per game,
huge.
which it's absolutely massive. I mean,
it's huge.
I think they have the record at the moment, which is 27 through one game, which is, when it's a point-heavy game like this,
amazing.
15 points per kill, it racks up rather quickly. First circle has popped, and she's looking towards a northerly direction, which, for the Gankstars, that's where they like to loot, that's where they like to start, and they're going to be finishing there.
Now, we are seeing 2 teams in Pochinki. Now, again, Pochinki, though, as a city, it can be split pretty well down the middle. If you are new to PUBG, mobile as well, you are looking to get that loot beside you. You've got a level 2 vest, level 2 helmet. You've got decent gear at this point. Hotted, a bit of an influencer, a bit of a fun guy to keep your eye on. He's always up for putting on a show with that UMP early on, but got to be careful. You're not alone in this city, and I think one of these 2 teams is already aware of that. Team 13 there, already eyeing it up. That's the Pochinki Bandits, so living up to the title they gave themselves.
You know what? It does impress me most. The fact that, I mean, you kind of see it when we play on a different platform. When you see someone lean peeking or corner peek, it's like, okay, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing it on a mobile side, it's even harder. The level of skill that it takes to do this from these players to be able to do both move, peek, aim down sight, and fire at the same time, it's phenomenal. Some of these guys, I mean, it's like anything else. The more time you put in it, you reap the rewards at the end of the day. We did just see the K9 coming in. K98, no scope on the back of it. 7.62, it's going to do some damage if you manage to land with a shot on one of these guys, especially if they're lacking the armor or the utility. All of Team 17, though, they're all banked together. That's a good thing. They are. It's a good thing and a bad thing. If a grenade comes flying their way, obviously it's going to take out more than one individual player. But being a unit like this, they can just rain down fire onto Hotted's team. Hotted's obviously clearly aware that was another team here. When you're going into Pochinki, you can look around, you can see that. And, yeah, this initial shots will be landed.
Yes. Now, if you look at it this way as well, Pochinki Bandits did get 21 kills throughout the preliminary, so we're working their way into this. They had, you know, some decent performance coming in here. It looks like there's a couple of issues. That'll be resolved, do not worry. We'll give you guys updates as to what's going on, as the players are, of course, just getting themselves settled into this one. First game of the day, FPP as well, so it's exactly what you're seeing here in the eyes of it. But everyone just wanting that loot still. Only a level 1 helmet there on Derek G, so maybe wanted to find a little bit more. Does have the DP, though. That's what the guys on the desk were saying was highly sought after. So again, we'll just be waiting to see what they do going forward.
It's going to be, like, we can kind of see this now. We don't actually be able to see it from the other platform, that we can see what gear people are wearing, what's the utility on there, what the levels are, what the rank, how much durability is still remaining. Again, regardless of what platform it's on, it's still the same game. You get the weapons, you loot up, you attack from all these different POVs. I mean, we've been hearing about the Gankstars, more importantly. Everyone's saying they're such a strong unit. They work so well together. They rotate together. They know exactly where people are going to be because they watch other POVs.
Yes, they certainly do. But let's look at the POV we're staring at here, which is going to be between Team G25 and Winsanity. That's over in Yasnaya towards the northeast of the map. Not surprising, we see, again, a lot of tendencies in these teams. They like to go where they like to go, and it seems they're aware there's potential for other players to be there. One thing I will say is the SMGs seem far more prevalent. First bit of contact made, but it's quite far away. Not overly pushing here, but still close enough that you're going to be calling your teammates, hey guys, get ready, there could be a fight on our hands.
Any weapon on mobiles easily usable, just for the simple fact that you can just get stuck in there, you can run at them. A few people individually are not sure how to react with the oncoming aggression. You've seen a few that like to chill a little bit more, especially from a third-person perspective. They'll be corner peeking, they'll be using those angles, utilizing the fact of the game. They can kind of wait it out and bait them and really, not necessarily camp, but await the push when it comes forward. When you're looking from an FPP perspective, you've just got to get stuck in. And I like the aggression. I welcome these fights. We've been seeing it yesterday throughout practice, and you'll probably be seeing it in this one throughout. A few more later on. Again, there's a lot of money on the line here. More importantly, there are 3 spots going towards Dubai. Yeah, this is why you've got to be quite cautious.
Yeah, and Team 7 there, Team G25 is their name. They're going to be looking for the way to go forward. Bullet, you can already see him on the screen. This is still in Yasnaya. They're trying to find the most, I guess, advantageous angles. Nice 4 times on this AK. That gives a lot of distance, getting those peaks down. Clay's going to be making the calls there. He's going to be talking to his teammates. All right, guys, I still spotted them out. They're over towards the west. Let's keep eyes on this. Let's not let it get far away from us. You almost don't want to be that first kill in a tournament as well. That's one thing you definitely don't want to be. With the points being so high for kills as well, there's a lot of money on the line for these kills coming in.
Level 1 vest here already tanked up on Crypto. Level 2 on the opposing side does get the answer back. It'll be 4 times on the back of the 16. As you say at the moment, it feels like the scopes are definitely in the hand of Team 10.
Look at that movement as well, Clay. Let's go. Dipping through.
Little hop across to help your teammates out and back up. But they've kind of got them pinned in. It's not looking good for Team 7. I mean, where do you push from this? You are inside the circle. I suppose that is a saving grace. There's no rush to kind of burn away from it. Let's take a look over at Milta Power. Team 14 happily steady away, looting away. I mean, usually we'd probably see something like FaZe over here.
Chifero squad there now. Milta Power, great for loot as well. Doesn't look like there's too many people near them either, so they should be able to get some decent loot out of this. Be pretty well set up. You're already seeing good armor. Got an AR as well. Ooh, nice little suppressor on that M416. Always nice to have. It feels like you can do a little bit more damage almost, be quite sneaky about it. So that's going to be something to keep your eyes on. They're over there. You can see as well the rest of the team just all kind of getting their loot going. If you are wondering what we mean by loot, that means getting all the weaponry they want, all the utility, which is smokes, grenades, med kits, everything that can really give you sustain throughout this matchup. So that's what everyone's doing. They've all got their little corner of the map. Some may be contested more than others, but they're going to get their loot and try and head towards that circle soon enough. You can see the timer just under the map as well as to when that circle will start to shrink, and it's on the way.
Off the back of that, the 416, more commonly known as the M4, you can put a stock on the back of it. With the stock and the stick, an underbarrel grip, that weapon is an absolute laser beam. I was speaking to a few of the guys and said, yeah, by far, all right, you have your generic ARs, but when you get the M4 fully tanked up, especially if you even have a front barrel attachment like a suppressor, as you mentioned, the thing is just an absolute animal of a weapon. We'll keep running through the team, showing you guys exactly where people are going to be looting up over on the military base, Millie Island, Sosnovka. TG are a team that we've spoke to a few of the pros in the back. They're certainly one to watch and a contender for this top 3 position.
Absolutely, and it was quite funny hearing the players talk about them because they're saying, well, we know that Gankstars theoretically are the best team. They put up points, they've got great placements, but Team Gates, they said mechanically, so that, you know, the way they play the game, their aim, their style to it is very deadly. So that's what you can be looking out for. Can they rack up those kills? Can they pressure players down, you know, towards the end of this? The one issue of the military base is you've got to get off that. You saw it when the map popped up there, 2 bridges. And you do have boats, but we saw what happened to those boats during the prelims. You might want to avoid them. So again, these guys really nicely looted. If you take the risk of going to this area, you're going to probably get some very nice loot off the back of it.
In their defense, you wouldn't expect anybody to be setting up a bridge camp simply because of where the circle is. Everyone has to move up north. All right, it's a little bit more towards the midway, so at least you're not going to go completely hard shifting away. They'll have vehicles, they'll have utility, but as you said, when you go down there, there's so much loot, you can get fully geared up, do what you like. And Team Gates, I mean, if we're talking about seeding coming into this, they were ranked 4th on points. 41 kills overall throughout the qualifiers, 10.25 alongside these guys per kills per game average.
Very nice.
That's a big number.
It certainly is. We are on board up in Severny now with Team 15, which is Marciano Gaming. So they're already in a nice position. Could have some pressure from the northeast side. We know there's a team out there, and that's the first big drop coming in. That's the infamous crate there. Level 3 armor, level 3 helmet. Although, again, if you are a little bit newer to mobile, those level 3 helmets are throughout the map still. So you can get those, pop them on your head, and you're a little bit safer, a little bit more secure, take a little less damage.
AUG, so I'll be happy to if someone managed to find this one. Again, you can find them throughout the world spawns, but still level 3, you're not going to argue it, especially with the chest and the helmet on there as well. Bag them both up, stick the AR on, get the green ammo, 5.56, and AUG absolutely tears through enemies. And I think even from a mobile perspective, we know that the kick on that gun is so little and the recoil is so resistant that you can actually drag it down. On mobile, it becomes even more important because you can just aim down and that thing will absolutely shred through players. It's such a laser beam of a gun. Definitely deserve to be in a crate.
Now, I'll be wondering who goes north and who goes south. You can see the white circle. Again, if you're used to other games and you aren't so used to PUBG, the white circle is the new safety zone. You need to get yourself in there. But you can see the river that kind of cuts that in half, and it can be quite polarizing to try and get across that. You got to swim, you got to drive. It's always tricky. So I'm wondering if people invest in going north or they stay south. Now, south, you can imagine, is going to have a lot of players in it, and it does. It's an easier place to get to at this point, considering the plane path will generally bring people towards the south of the map there as the loot is a little bit more prevalent. Now, I'm looking at this one across the board. Gankstars, they're not going to have too much trouble, but looking at Team 3, which is those guys already in the vehicle, already on the move, and it's not just one vehicle, they've got two. A good approach, a smart approach.
Yep, splitting it up, so if one does get exploded, at least all players won't be going down. They're all separated. They do have to fly by Team Fandy. Fandy's staying put for now. No shots going to be coming away from Team 18, just the left-hand side. The rotation here for Team number 3, those guys. Looking to get a foothold on the map. Actually, I think they've got 3 vehicles all in all, so all individual players split up. That's good for them. But where are they going to pull up now? Are they going to go central? Will they play the edge? Will they play the outskirts? We spoke about Fandy for a second. Let's take a look at their POV and check in. Over here with Dan, DP and a 2 times on the back. Level 2 helmet, only a level 1 chest, plenty of meds in the barrel. Same goes for his teammate Batty if we look across. Level 2 helmet, level 1 chest. Try and get those, especially if you go into the second or third circle. You want to be at least level 2'd up so you can, be a bit more tanky and take the bullets because, again, 7.62 regardless, it hurts. It hurts like a bad man if they got AKMs, they got any kind of sniper rifles. You need that level of defense to take those bullets. The last 2-3 teams, the stragglers, I want to say, if you look at the map on the right-hand side, team number 4, that's over at Team Gates. Team number 12, that's going to be Foul Play, SolidFPS's team. Again, circle has popped. Now they'll be taking quite a lot of tick damage, and it looks like the first engagement has happened, Lauren.
Yeah, no one's dead just yet, though. A couple of tags have come through. Team 6 here laying down the shots. That's Team Hectic. We're on board with Josh P right now. So eyeing it up, looking towards the garage. This is just above school towards the east of Roshock. So a heavily contested area, a really nice little compound. And you can see teams really want to get this. That 4 times on the DP, great for suppressing fire. And the player who's out on his own is from Team 8. So that's Zen Gamers, a little isolated. I think that's Night Owl potentially on his own. So he might be in real trouble here because his teammates, they're not there to help him out.
No, they're not. I mean, they are slowly approaching it, I do believe. I don't really think there's any reason to commit to this fight. They might as well just back off from it, which they have done. They've turned. They're going to face away, stick around the school area. He's dead and gone. Night Owl, unfortunately, just leave him be. It's 15 points going to the opposing team. That will clean him up wherever he bleeds out or whether or not they finish him. But you might as well, at least, rather than lose any more team.
Good shot.
Tag.
Really nice play.
What a banger.
Very nice with that Car 98. You've got a bit of range on it, and they're putting it to use already. Josh P putting on a bit of a show for us. Is there going to be a follow-up, though? Let's see. Really nicely geared to these guys. They've got everything they want. This could be the first real kill coming out as well. If Swift gets that nade through, Night Owl could be confirmed, and it is. Swift going to confirm the first kill of this tournament coming in. So nice work from them, dominating, controlling that area that they want to be in, and just keeping Team 8 on the back foot. Zen Gamers, do not go over there. Do not collect, 200. You stay where you are in school.
That's going to be Hectic with the first 15 points of the game. The floodgates have now finally been opened. Slowly but surely we'll see more of these engagements happen, and we'll see, unfortunately, who is the first team to leave Erangel and delete it from the server. A couple of shots from Josh Peach, still trying to keep the warning for the team that is pushing over from the opposing side. That's Zen inside the school. They're very aware, I like this. They're holding point. They're not taking it for granted that they've got this kill. They're still being very cautious and very aware that you could have Zen lurking in the distance. That tag was a fair amount of range, so you would suspect, okay, they shouldn't be round here. They'll be scared. They'll push back. But still, being aware and not taking it for granted and running away and dying is a good play.
I like the way they're backing away from this smart play, being quite cautious, but you've got to be careful of all the other teams heading north from the southern side of the map. They could potentially run into some others on the way here. Keep eyes on that, but you can see them, Team 8 just above school. They do have a team in front of them, so there could be an engagement there if they're not careful. Everyone else towards the north is pretty well split up, though, pretty well situated. And again, these are the prime modes for you guys at home. Use that hashtag PMSC and let us know who's doing well so far. Whose position do you like? How's your team doing? Keep us in the loop. And it looks like a couple of teams going to get themselves into good positions here. Nice and... All right. A bit of crazy taxi going on over here.
Tony Hawk just steps up. Fair play. Team 12, that'll be foul play. SolidFPS's team. Player for TSM. We've seen many different competitions. Now back to away from competitive play, trying his luck in the PUBG mobile scene. Again, qualified through regionals. So I just had a quick catch-up with him yesterday. He said he does enjoy the game. It feels more like version 1 before the weapon updates and balances. You still feel that, and you know the weapons that you can use. You can go in with the SMGs, the shotguns, everything's viable in this. Circle did update, and she's still stuck around the northern area, northern region. That's going to be Severny, just teetering a little bit of water on the northern edge of the coastline. If
you want to talk about circles, it gets scary if it pushes north. That's the one that's going to force all these teams that you're looking at right now on your screen to get on moving. For now, they're pretty safe. There could be teams trying to get new compounds, new areas. You can see Swift, nice position. You can get on top of all of these roofs pretty much and keep tabs across. It looks like we have a spot coming out here. Team 12 spotting out some of the players. Definitely not sure if they're going to take shots on this. Good gun to be taking the shots with, though.
You've got an SLR and an SKS, both of them staring down the barrel. If they can at least pick off one and get a pick and a knock and a finish, it's 15 points and a definite warning. I did cop for this fight. I'm going to bring it up. Team 20, just some dudes you can see on the right-hand side. They are set up in the Asnaya Pond. Either side of the bridge is heavily fortified. Okay, so that's an M24, an SKS, and a Kar98.
And now this is what I was saying about teams trying to get towards the north. These are going to be the routes that are going to be very, very contested. And have a lot of shots through, a lot of teams trying to position on that. Josh P, he's trying it. I like this. A little ambitious on the shots, but if he lands one, I'm sure this audience and everyone else will be pretty impressed.
You got to do it for the montage, right? You got to do it. You got to show your skills. That bridge is becoming even more deadlier. We've had one team pass through. They've managed to pass go. And they're going to be on their way going further afield. Team 7. Who's that inside? That's Team G25 in Yasnaya. They're not going to come out just yet because they're still inside the circle. You would kind of expect that area.
That's a bit scary.
Yeah, and still bullets in the background. That's smoking. That's on fire.
No!
He's gone. He's dead. That's 2 of them back to back.
That's massive. That's one of the bigger teams gone down as well.
That's Gates losing 2.
That's huge.
Okay.
And that goes over to Gankstars as well. Oh, that's a huge pickup for them, considering those 2 are in contention, right?
Yeah.
If you're a top 3 team and you just pick up 2 kills and some of your opposite numbers, that's perfect. That is exactly what you want. And all that damage was done before. Look at this. That car was looking scary. And there's that mini. We said this gun is deadly, and we've just seen why. Great shots from Beowulf there on top of the roof, laying down the fire.
Unfortunately, Koto and Samel, that'll be the end of them for game number 1. 30 points move the way of the Gankstars, and you said it perfectly, Lauren. The fact that that's going to be a top 4 team, or 2 top 4 teams going off contention, eliminating an enemy like that and removing him down to 50%, it makes your life just a little bit more easier.
And I've just seen the new circle. There we go. This is where it gets a little scary. You can see instantly, Gangsters get in the cars. They're like, all right, we want to get to that perfect position as quick as we can. We're not waiting around for this. All the other teams on the extremities, on the outskirts, they've got to consider where they're going to go. There isn't that many compounds now in that new circle. It's very much terrain-based. It's very smart positioning, using the hillsides, using the defilades, and they're going to have to do just that. So we're going to see those teams who like those early rotations to get that prime position, getting in their vehicles and moving now. But that's a deadly game. We've already seen Team Gates getting punished for that.
This circle will prove a little bit difficult for those who might have to come out of Roshawk. I mean, it's about 20% down in Ros, so you'd expect, if you played the numbers game, expect it to shift up towards the north. Look at Gankstars straight away, though. We saw it on the circle. They just get in the vehicles and they absolutely bomb it. to the center of the circle. They'll take the prime position. They'll take the hillside houses.
Look at that northeast side of the map. It's
oh
all
my
starting
God, this
to
is
move.
going to be messy.
This is going to be a lot of teams trying to find anywhere for a bit of respite. This is the scary moment for these teams. So much on the line. They've all been so careful, so cautious. But they're going to hear all these cars on the move. They're going to see all these teams trying to find any of those buildings they could potentially
utilize. The Gankstars might be getting crashed here, Lauren. This could be interesting. We have to have a look at this position. Everyone's going central now, but the Gankstars are already there waiting with their arms open, ready to receive these kills. We have to take a look at their POV because there are teams currently moving towards their position. Here we go.
Yeah, that's going to be underrated, trying to maybe take a wide berth. Yeah, you can see them swinging in the north. They do not want to go near that. I take the long way around. As soon as those shots came through, it's instantly alarm bells ringing. Now, Tron's out of the vehicle, though. He could still be in a bit of trouble. Maybe going to get picked up by his teammates. A couple of tags come out, but they're safe. If you get that much pressure coming your way, you do not stick around. You back out of there.
What's most scary about this position, Lauren, is they're not just hiding inside the buildings. They're actively wandering around the defilade. Look at this.
Wait, they pulled up.
They moved the vehicle so they can't take out the tires here. So they're hiding behind the back because they know that these team are lurking. They might try and push this.
I don't know. That's a tough position to push. It's very open ground. There's
especially
not
with the
that
level 3 building.
Exactly. There's not that many trees around. There's a little bit of a defilade. You can see them using it here. That little dip and a shot comes out. Actually, that's... Wait, did he just find one of them?
Yeah, he just dinked him in the head. That was a definite knock from the K9.
God.
So that must have been from the top of the building. Definitely.
Let's see if they can find some more. If they've got maybe an avenue of approach, then why not follow it up? You can see him keeping tabs. He's going to be the vision here, keeping the information flowing throughout the team. Angry, going to be eyeing that up as best he can, maybe feeding the information to the rest of his players. But if you're on the other side, if you're an underrated with Troll and Alchemy, Thunder, G-Bay, you don't want to be peeking that. You don't want that fight. You don't want to lose out to these guys early. You just want to play safe, play calm, and hope someone else takes these guys on.
We'll see if we can get a bigger picture of the map shortly, just to kind of show you guys at home how this story is going to break down, because there is a hell of a lot of players remaining. 77 on Erangel, and the circles, they're getting smaller and smaller. This entire thing's about to explode. Look at this kill feed, Lauren. Players are dropping left, right, and center. It's a little bit too small, and it goes rather quickly. But I think I've just seen 4 players, 74. So that's what, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5? 4 people we've just seen go down in that entire rotation.
Yeah, this is scary times for all the teams. Carnage there, keeping eyes on, going to be getting the taps through. Does he get the tag, though? It looks like he's getting a good bit of damage. A couple more bullets could have done some real work there. The M16, nice little scope on it, too. Going to be rattling off the bullets, and another team might be coming into this compound. This is scary times for everyone available. Look at this. They're all just sitting there. They're sitting ducks. They need to get to cover. Rich.
Need the building. Goes in with the M4, gets the flush. The 16 comes through, picks him off as well. He does have the AKM, and he's sitting tight for now, expecting this oncoming onslaught, but still, Carnage.
Oh, he's got it. Surely he's got it. He
down.
Does. Carnage from afar. This man has vision.
Look at all the walking wounded, Lauren.
He's doing so much damage here. This is great play from him. And where's his teammates? They're not even helping. It's a one-man army, and he's still going.
He's trying to beat that bloody car down and get the explosion. 1, 2, 3 players just crawling on the floor. That final guy literally holding on by the skin of his teeth.
Look at that damage. That's insane. The rest of his team can't help.
The team that was actually in there originally can come in and clean this up, though. They could just mop up points, essentially, if they find the bodies, but you have to be careful here, because Team Gates, there might only be 2 of them, but they're doing so much damage.
But none of them are in the circle. As much as this damage is so good to watch here.
No kills either from that.
They're not confirmed kills. Not yet. They could be soon, though. We'll keep eyes on it. We'll see how the situation unfolds, because that blue's going to start pushing them in even closer. There's no rest for the Wicked here.
50-50 split between the
They're moving,
side.
Rich. They're running this.
They want it.
They don't have vehicles. Their vehicle got blown up. They didn't have any opportunity, so they now need to just get moving. Heal up, do the best they can, stim up, and run it out. This could be revenge down the line from Team 20. That's just some dudes. They're the ones who are getting bullied from up in the north. They can now sit there and be like, all right, you tried to take us down. It's our turn now.
Trolling. 2 times on the back of the Scat. He's got to stick underneath, so at least can control the spray. They're looking outside one of the Harry Potter towers. The Gankstars, you can see on the map, they're still holding point on that northern edge. The vehicle's going off. It wants to get the hell out of there and get some footing on the map. Fair play to them. Team 9 also, when we look towards underrated, they'll be holding their point. Everyone can kind of play a little bit of border control, because a lot of people are going to be rotating on this easternly bank.
Alchemy.
Mr. Korn, in his little suit, gets away with his life, but actually, I think he got tagged up there.
Yeah, I would be surprised. And I've got to say about underrated as well, the team we were watching almost battle out with Gankstars, they peeled away. You can see them now in towards the northeast side of the map. Smart to play. Don't take those needless fights. Every team who's currently in this, look at Rozhok. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 teams here. Rozhok is going to be a bloodbath.
Hot hawk, I think, is the better word for this one. You've got to. It's very quick. If you're watching at home, it's super quick. The kill feed, I'm literally about to touch it now. It's at 25, taking down another player. But you literally have to keep an eye. We did lose a team through that entire rotation. We lost the first one of the event. I'm not entirely sure who it was because everything was just going so damn fast. Again, in these rotations, when there's so many players alive and everyone's just banking it towards the circle, you miss so much. You've just got to keep your eye on the left-hand side on that kill feed. Who's getting dropped? Who's getting popped? Who's going off? At the moment, it's going to look like G25. They'll just hold point. There's a lot of walking wounded below them. The grenades are going to go down. Will we see a tag from that one?
I don't think we will. Crypto there, up in the hills. Moving back with the Scar. And just playing this smart. They still have a bit of safety in that circle. The southern side will have a team on it, though, so they have to be careful. But the VSS, very viable in mobile in comparison to PC. Smoke was gone up, but you could see Bullet getting reminded. He's now on notice. Okay, I can't peek this so hap-handedly, and the circle again. It's moved further south. This is scary. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the vast majority of the teams are on that northern swing. They've all got to come down south.
We can try and commentate this as much as humanly possible, but honestly, I think everyone's just going to be slaying the living hell out of each other at the moment. On the screen, we can see two players have individually just fallen back to back. I think, looking from the sides of it, that might potentially be... Which team's that going to be? 16. That'll be Hammers. Down to one player alive, I believe. Another one does fall.
Outside is doing some work here as well. He's doing really well. Now, let's look at the teams who are going early rotation. You're going to see the revive coming in. A lot of teams get into their vehicles because that new circle, the scary part is the river is holding back all the northern side teams. So they might have to ditch those vehicles in the river and get moving. Outside is not done yet, apparently. He's still just going off. He's keeping everyone in check.
Hammer's in the background playing medic, trying to get all three of his teammates up. If he does, that'll be amazing. We're in sight, trying to get a few shots off with the Kar98, looking for some tags. Still, though, Gankstars again. That's another knock from the Kar98. These boys are just fragging and tagging individuals. 62 players alive. So we did, in that final few seconds, I mean, the last 10 seconds, we've lost 8 players.
They're pushing towards the northern side of Rostock. There is already a team there. Team 12 is waiting. That's foul play. So this could be a real collapse. Look at all these teams coming in. There's 4 teams about to just crunch towards this area. If one team turns around and looks towards the east, that could be 4 or 5 kills coming in. Already a couple of them on the kill feed.
And there's vehicles as well.
This is huge. Everyone's on the move.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams, all just trying to stake a claim. Bang goes down, straight out the back of the ban. He gets nuked. There's still 4 individual players there. Solid with the rest of his team on team 12. They do have a good position, top of the building. But look at the spray down. Flip just trying to keep people at base. Say, no, this is my hangar, but the Molotovs are coming through thick and fast, and he has to back off.
He does, but he's just readjusting a little bit, falling away. He's got to hope his teammates have his back as well, because here comes the push, here comes the play. You can see SolidFPS up above, trying to keep tabs on, but it looks like a breach of a compound there.
Will all those players go down? That's team 7. They're all very, very weak. Is that G25? It is. Look at all the damage done, and now the rotations are coming through. Be careful you don't shoot your teammate. The crossfire's there. Another team falls. Unfortunately, we're down to 15. Back-to-back, 2 of them go out. 53 individual players. And again, everyone just hoping for a little bit of respite, but this is still, it's not over yet.
No, it's certainly not. Look at this fire through the smoke. There's just bodies in there with him. And he's not even safe right now. He needs to get into the safety area. You can see him trying to move up, trying to find out where these guys are. It's madness right now.
And the blue as well, just to add insult to injury. He's smashing one. He gets one. Can he get the second? No, another player around the corner.
He needs to switch up to the next gun. He's only got the M24. That's a rifle. He's going to be trying to restock, get some ammo, and move up. This is madness, Richard. Roshawk was just an absolute massacre.
But the slightly good thing is that the circle has gone their way. It has hard shifted directly into Roshawk. This now proves difficult for Team 19 and Team number 6. That's going to be Taserface facing off against Hectic. Hectic earlier on doing pretty well. 3 kills already in the bag here for Team 13. And again, it's just a massacre. It's just a complete mess. Roshawk now has just become a bloodbath. We've lost 7 teams in the span of, I think, about 1 minute.
Yeah, it looks like, I think we might have just seen Wildcard having some real trouble. Wait, well, the Gankstars just got found by FP. Wait, we need to see that fight towards the north side of Roshawk, because that's a really interesting one. If we're seeing Gankstars being pressured here, that could be huge. And I saw that from SolidFPS, so I'm wondering if that's a confirmed kill. Nice positioning, though, waiting for them to push out from the little hut. Any replies coming in? You can see the pressure starting to build. The SMG in hand, and now he gets his UMP out, but it's too little too late. He gets flanked, he gets downed, and his job done. SolidFPS here from up above, keeping tabs on. And Gankstars, they could be in trouble.
Yeah, that would be a shocker. SolidFPS is single-handedly holding the level 3 building. He's spraying through, he's got some tags up, the second one there, but the answer back is real. Zute. That's the M4 to the face. Solid's down, but he's not out just yet. His teammates could help him out. Flip's still holding the backside here on the hangar, spraying again through the smoke.
They're going off right now, Rich. Gankstars are killing everyone. Zute's got knocked, though. It's not without reply. Gankstars, confirm the kill on SolidFPS, confirm the kill on Memo. We are seeing still kills coming in. Angry is there. What are these guys doing? They're just going off on everyone right now. They're pushing their way through the northern side, and they're one of the only survivors at the moment. You can see TG still alive, still holding on, but Fire comes in, gets knocked.
Again, another answer back. So they've got 2 players down now. They need to be very, very careful because they're one up top. If they manage to get anything through that window, they're going to be losing more players. Now, again, the circle goes away from every single team. He did. The grenade went through the window, Lauren. There were 2 individual players going down back to back. Went into his top 10. 9 teams are alive. 20 individual players. Rozhok has just been a burial ground for individuals. What an absolute mess it's been so far.
Yep.
And it's only going to get worse.
Still have 4 players standing. You're going to start, if you want to look at it this way, you're looking at the teams with all 4 players alive. It means they've got so many more options to go forward. Keep tabs on that. If we switch to a team like we are right now, you look at the feed, okay, 3 players alive. A little bit harder, but maybe Josh P's got something up his sleeve. Already, though, Beowulf gets found. This could be a big, big blow. They're trying to swing towards the northern side, but there's a team in their way, Team 9. That's underrated. That was the first fight we ever saw. Will they go for the revive? The smoke wall goes up. Beowulf, though, bleeding out. He needs his teammates to help him out here, but is he worth the risk?
They're playing the edge so they can run it if they need to. The smoke's up, so they will be able to get this revive off. It will be a very slow sinking circle perpendicular to where they are up on that northern ridge.
Is it only trolling right now?
No one's actually near them, thankfully, so that'll give them... It all depends on that individual player on team number 9 that is directly in front of him, but he's been knocked again. That's the second time.
Beowulf is taking fire from everywhere. This is really hard for them now to do anything about it. Hodik goes down. We are seeing Beowulf being knocked time and time again. This guy is struggling now. Angry fights back, though. Trolling goes down. I think that was the last remaining member from Underrated. And where is this coming from? They're catching everyone. Until then, there's a reply.
Ever Fury falls. Zute's tanked up as well. He's got to be careful. Angry, the only one here that's got a decent amount of health.
It was a great split. I just realized what they did. They split the circle. They left 2 players over by Rozhok to slow them down. They put 2 players towards the safe side of the circle. That's so smart from them.
It was a good trade. They lost 1 individual player and they managed to stop an entire team flanking them from behind, which gives Zute and Angry the time they need to get back into this.
3 teams, Rich.
But there's a team right in front of them, Lauren. Team 17.
Yeah, Derek's killers are still alive and kicking. Zute gets tagged up, gets knocked. It's not over yet. You can see Angry putting up numbers, trying to stay alive. Can he do enough, though? He's bought a bit of time. Going to try and get the revive here. It's 2 teams. It's them against the others now. Nerve is there. Gets tagged. Going to try and do the dance, but he can't do it. What on earth was that from Gankstars? What a bit of play. They just played their heart out. Playing from Rozhok to that side of the circle and coming all the way back around. That is why they are the best team here.
North America's #1 team doing it in style. They are setting a precedence and showing the world why they are here to play. 13 kills in the bag. The road to Dubai has begun for the Gankstars.
You can see everyone else on the board, though. It was a very hard 4-4 game. There were a couple of moments here. Angry was left with it all to do. His teammate was knocked. It's all on him. And my, did he step up to the challenge. That 4-1-6 in hand, he tore them up.
You called it perfectly, Lauren. This was just an amazing play to split the pack like they did. Just leave 1 player